Is this coming to the Switch?
Will this be available
We need a
on
Switch and
Switch
PS4.
or Xbox?
Please tell me this is coming to the
Switch.
Switch. Please tell me. I don't want to see
It doesn't exist.
Yes, it's coming to Switch.
Prison City is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Hey there, I'm Programancer, and I'm the lead developer on Prison City.
And I'm Justin, creative director at Retroware, where we publish and make games, but especially Prison City.
Which is now fully ported and optimized for the Nintendo Switch.
And here it is running on a Switch dev kit.
Whoa, Justin, you can't show a dev kit on camera.
Oh, right. We should probably blur that out in post. Thanks. I got an idea.
That's better.
So Programancer, tell us how Prison City came to be.
So Prison City started as a game jam game that I made for a 10-day game jam that I host called Retrograde Jam. And almost a year to the date now is when it started, and it's finished.
For people who this is the first time they've ever heard about Prison City, tell them why you made this game. Like what is this game about?
So Prison City is a love letter of sorts to games I grew up with in the early 90s, so like 1990, 1991. It's a high-octane, in-your-face action platformer that draws a lot of inspiration from things that I love, like early approach-a-thons like Mega Man, Shatterhand, Power Blade, and it just takes all those elements that I love from those types of games and this genre of games and puts it into a modern package.
Great, I guess tell us about the porting process to the Nintendo Switch.
When I started development on Prison City, I had the Nintendo Switch in mind, so I made sure everything that I did making it ran well on the Switch as well, and it just kind of makes sense to me to have a game that's inspired by those Nintendo games go on a Nintendo console.
Yeah, you bring up Power Blade and Shatterhand, which are definitely late NES games, which is very fitting that, that's a Nintendo system and the Switch is a Nintendo system and you're on that. I mean, you seem pretty excited, but what are you most excited about the game?
I'm all about evoking memories of games from the early 90s and late 80s, a lot of NES titles. It's really important to me to be able to make people think about those things, so I put a lot of care and attention and heart into making something I would have wanted to play back in the 90s. So if I can bring that to other people, that's what I'm most excited for. And I'm also really excited for people to check out Matt Creamer's soundtrack for the game. He worked on Retro City Rampage, Shakedown Hawaii, and a number of other really good titles. And his soundtrack is it's a pulse pounder. I love it. The entire thing keeps me pumped.
We also made a 90s rap song from Professor Shy Guy about the world of Prison City, which is excellent.
Dude, it's so good. It could have come out with a movie in the late 80s, early 90s where they rap at the end. It could have been one of those and you would never tell that it's a modern song. It is perfectly encompassing of that. And I love it.
Yeah, the entire world and the whole thing of Prison City, from the movie references to all the game references, it's a very early 90s game. Probably the most early 90s game ever made, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you have to really put yourself in the mindset that you are in the 90s while you're playing the game. Yeah, it has modernizations and, there's some difficulty concessions made, but you can also tweak that experience as well. But it is a 90s action platformer through and through. And, we poured our hearts and souls into it, and I hope everybody has a chance to kind of feel what we were trying to do with it.
We're gearing up for an August release, definitely on Steam, where you can wishlist it. That always helps us. And it'll come on Switch soon after that.